Good morning and welcome to day 91 of Peter and Doxy, sailing from New South Wales to Queensland, and here we are still in Tin Can Bay, the beautiful Tin Can Bay. Yeah, it must be coming, I must count the weeks how I've been here now. In fact, funny that, I was just talking to the librarian yesterday and said, why don't you go and get a library card, and then, you can get all these free services and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm a resident pretty well, so why not? Anyway, I'll do that tomorrow. Today is a sunny day, so I'm going to do things outside. I'm going to unpack the light bulbs, make sure they're the right ones. The ones that I left at the supermarket, and now I got them back. And yeah, I'll have a look at the rubber components to the mounts that I've got from the UK. See what they look like. Nothing I can't use them yet anyway, but it's just nice to know they're here. So yeah, I've just got some random things to do today. No big plans, not going anywhere specifically. I will try and take the little dinghy out for a little run, just to keep the motor going every day. So make sure everything inside is getting dried out properly and burnt through, and all the other good stuff that happens to stuff that shouldn't be in there. So, but yeah, I'd like to try and remount it as well. I think that the wooden, I got a piece of wood under the clamp. I think it's a little bit on the thick side, so I'm going to see if I can trim it down, thin it down a bit, and just get it at the right angle. The outboard just seems to be a little bit of an angle that it shouldn't be, so it's probably not helping. Anyway, that is today. Let's see what it brings. But certainly nice weather by the looks of things and the forecast, so check it out. Right, I'm looking at opening the package, and I'm starting to realize how crowded the waterways here must be. I mean, seriously? This guy comes and fishes right here. He's going to drift past. But of all the places you could go, funny boy. And off to work they go. Not a bad day for it. Oh, we got some little visitors. Okay, exciting stuff like this is done. Yeah, I use fresh water, only because I can get fresh water any day, so, but yeah, if I was away from civilization, obviously I would probably be using my salt water to clean those dishes. Anyway, that's done for now. What we have in the box. Yeah, I've got my rubbers, man. So, and these things weigh, I tell you, they are dense. Which you'd obviously expect if they've got to hold up that engine and while it's vibrating and doing all that good stuff. Blue dots and yellow dots, different, I can't remember the word is how they measure it, but let's just say different densities, if you like. So the forward part of the engine is a different density, say, from the aft part of the engine. I think the forward is 100 and the aft is 70 on that scale of whatever it is. And so anyway, they're sitting there now, ready to go. Just need the other parts to arrive now, and then we can try and get the show on the road. Okay, and the bulbs from online. So for the navigation lights, so let's see if we can get those installed. It should be easy now that I know how to open the things without having to screw them off. So up forward we go. Let's have a look at these. I'm just going to look at the starboard one, because the other one's bright as. It's just good to have a spare. Okay, so we're looking at this guy here. I'm not going to put the camera any further around because I know what I'm like. Too close to the water. Okay, so got the lid off. Let's see if the bulb fits. New bulb in. I'm not sure if these LEDs require you to put them in the right way round, so we'll soon test that and find out. That sure looks like a win to me. Yo! Once again, safe at night. Starboard green. And just checking the other one. Port is red and going well. Job done. Magnetic personality today. Yeah, there's a bit of a barge here with a crane on the front. It seems to have been going around in circles and doing stuff all around the waterways here. I thought from a distance at first maybe they're a clean-up barge and going around cleaning the water up, but there's nothing really in the water to warrant that, and it doesn't look like that now I've seen it up close. Yeah, it's going around in circles again now, and nothing on board that I can see. So maybe it's a training exercise or something. New skipper or what have you, doing a familiar. And here we go. One of those things is doing a wheelie. So there you go. Nice little spin. Literally taking it out for a spin. Anyway, happy days out here on the water. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm actually putting the awning up. It was actually getting too hot to sit in the sun. Nice problem to have. Yeah, the wind's, such as it was, has dropped away. You can see it's quite glassy here again now. So, yeah, just enjoying a good book and a coffee. Back on the little beach just adjacent to Doxy. There she is. Stunning day. Yeah, I'm just going to have a look at the piece of wood I'm using at the moment to support the outboard. I think it's a little bit too thick, but there is a bit of rubber on one side of it, which I might try and trim away. Just looking back at Tin Can Bay, once again we've got the fire behind it. But yeah, if you want to see fire, in fact we can't probably get it all from here. Fraser Island is actually behind the hill, but all of that is smoke from the burning. So I guess these calm days I get into it as much as possible, particularly as we got a little bit of rain possibly forecast the next couple of days. So if things do get out of hand, I assume the planning is that at least the rain will help them to fix that. So preparing for the summer. Tide's going out. Sorry, tide's gone out. Tide is coming in now. So I've dragged up the dinghy, and I'll just take the outboard off and we'll have a look at this. Basically, it's you don't have much wood lying around on a boat. I need to get something more permanent in place. But at the moment I've got this happening, which I think is a little bit on the thick side, so I'll see if I can trim some thickness off. Okay, happier with that. Not perfect, I know. But until I can lay my hands on something else, it will do. And has the engine secured and at a much better angle. So yeah. And meanwhile the tide's creeping up around the boat. Might even have a dip in the water actually, as long as I don't go too deep. It's not ice cold, just cold water cold. Anyway, why not? It's a warm day and we've got rain coming, so make use of it while I can. Well, somebody's making use of this nice little easterly that's popped in and heading down the channel under the foresail, so nice one. Anyway, time for me to get back. Much happier with this. The engine's at a much better angle now, so well, that's the end of another day. And the sun going down. It's been a good day. It's been a warm day, which is really nice. I think we're about to get a few rainy days now, so what's new? Yeah, so managed to get a couple of things done. I've just spent the last hour or so just doing some paperwork I had to do, because I want to go to the library tomorrow to get a few things printed and then signed off and sent. So get that out of the way. So yeah, it's time to kick back and relax for the evening now, I think. Just enjoying this last bit of sun before it disappears. So I won't muck around. Yeah, thanks for following along. You know what to do. Subscribe, share, comment. This is Dawn Raider, out.